I have to enter. I forgot. I always forget the last step to get in here. So I see two people, but they're not showing up yet on the StreamYard because there's a lag. But hi, whoever, Nettie. Oh, been thinking about you, girl. Ruth, how wonderful to see you. And Angela, good afternoon. Barely noon, high noon, 12:02. Where I am, not sure where you are. Yo, Safia, good afternoon. No, not good afternoon. It wouldn't be good. Yeah, it would be good afternoon for you. Almost tea time, maybe dinner time. 5 hours later. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming by. I finished what am I calling it? Halloween Gothic Masquerade Journal. And I might add a few more accoutrements, but nothing big. These skellies are on sticker paper, as is the spider. So they wouldn't be hard. But as you'll see momentarily, the pages are pretty full. I have to say myself. And yeah, we go back to this weekend, Sunday or Saturday at 2 a.m. The clocks fall back, and then it'll be lighter in the morning, and whatever that all does. Again, I can't tell you. They always talk about doing away with it, but they never get around to doing it away with it. In some areas, don't follow it. I know St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, they don't bother with it. But so yeah, let's do the flip walk down the flip through. I'm pretty happy with it. Many of you were here right from the beginning, where I fought. Oh my God, such a struggle to stitch in the pages. On that Sunday stream, it was a battle, and I said the struggle was real, and it was real. Let's see, that's okay, isn't it? Kind of, maybe. Kind of in focus. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And I love my new setup. As I showed everybody on Sunday, my computer is like right here on a little, like one of those computer stands that you can buy. And my iPad is to my left on this another little computer. Okay, Angela. And right behind my computer now sits my new Brother sewing machine. And hi, Dar. And Deb Farrell said, if you have it out, you're going to use it more. And it was not that far away, but I had to lift it up onto the table. Now I literally get up, walk around the table. I have another little chair over there, turn it on, and I'm ready to go. So I'm so happy that it fit over there, and that I made room for it. It's such a much better arrangement. And I know that this scrap box configuration thing, they make a sewing table. So if I had like a craft room, you could add like an L-shaped table that hooks onto this table. But I'm set up in my living room because I can, Anyway, enough chatter. This thing ended up being rather chunky. And so far, the spine's holding up. This book, again, I bought at the Dollar Tree or the 5-bit store, and I gutted it. And it was already black. And this is what I ended up putting on the spine, which I think looks pretty cool. A bunch of eyes, and I'm not focused. Let me just do this real quick. I'm sorry, folks. I don't want to update now. This would not be a good time to update. Thank you very much. Connected. And image adjustments. Always reverts to auto stream and manual focus. That looks good. All right, good enough. All right, so I had some eyes, and I glued those on real good, and kind of put some stuff, and I sanded this down with the emery board. These make things look really ratty. And then I finally, everyone was getting, what is it called? Olive and crate and olive, or catalog. Took forever. Olive and Cocoa from Salt Lake City. And I finally got their Halloween catalog. And so they've got some really cute images in there. So that's what I put on the back page. This was an image from Olive and Cocoa. And I used the glossy. And it's not the greatest, but I kind of like the image. And it's all blinging out. Hi, Terry Jones. Welcome. And this little thing here is, I don't know how long it's going to last. To play it. And you can see it's really bursting at the seams. And I sewed in a button. Ugh. And then, wow. Okay, so here we go. Many of you have seen bits and pieces of this. Let's see, that better? Kind of a little bit better. A little washed out. Let's see. That help? Oh no, that's much worse. No, let's go that over there. Okay. All right. Hi, Andrea. Hi, lovely Malaya. Oh no, they flew away. Ha 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 ha. So I tried to use a lot of Timmy Halloween ephemera. So this is a combination of Timmy ephemera, Graphic Fairies, various bundles from Graphic Fairies. This is the paid membership stuff, but they have 7,000 images that are for free. And here's, and this is Timmy stuff, a quick little tag. And this is Timmy stuff. I was inspired by Mike Deacon. He made a beautiful Halloween journal. And who's the lady from Graphics Fairy. And you saw me make this on Sunday, I do believe. And this is a pocket. And I used magnets, my favorite thing. And they're right here. I had a little piece of cardboard. And I punched a hole in the cardboard so that the magnet was kind of flush with it. So here's some more Timmy ephemera. Closes up. Very, no kidding. Yeah, a little snap. And this is out of the haunted house that I made earlier. This very beginning, way long before Halloween. I took that apart and took bits and pieces of that and stuck it in here. And I don't think I have anything in there. I have stamps. I did stamps. Made another pocket with the owl. And this ghost, which I think is I love that ghost. And that's when I told the story about the neighbor who was trick-or-treating on her knees and told my mother it wasn't enough. And this is a little casket type of thing with a skeleton on the back of that. This is a skeleton stamp set. And these are the kids I made. These are the faux cabinet cards I made. This is a steampunk lady stamp that I got from Canadian artisan, Carol. And here she is again. These are coffee dyed papers that I coffee dyed myself. And boy, do they smell like coffee. And then I made a little book and of various pictures that were in the various bundles. And they were just kind of scraps. So I made a little booklet of the scraps. And I did this, the what do you call it? Smack and drag way of coloring the pages, which is a real quick way of coloring pages. So that's that. And that goes in the, it goes here. The belly band, which I've been putting in upside down. Another tag using mostly Timmy stuff. I didn't do anything on the other side. Another pocket. And I love these. These images. This image here is from the Masquerade Ball bundle from Graphics Fairy. These are some pages that I made. Some more. This is my blood stamp, and I have real blood. And I thought it had healed up, and then it started bleeding. So I had to go package myself up. Here are some tags inspired by Mike Deacon. Oh, Nettie's staying out of trouble. And I have to put ribbon on the other thingies. And there's that stamp again. And I think this is my favorite tag because I did a little dimensional stuff. And it's really easy to do the dimensional. I sometimes just glue pieces of cardboard behind something. You don't even need any of that fancy dimensional stuff. And this is, you see this here, this thing here, the stamp and the mark? Well, the sewing machine came packed with all sorts of styrofoam. Okay. Yeah, Nettie's going to see the surgeon for her shoulder. Keep her in your prayers. Send her every ounce of strength that you can spare. And give her lots of hugs, but not too hard. You don't want to hurt her shoulder. Yeah. She's been in a lot of pain, and I told her, call that doctor. Be the squeaky wheel. Don't let them put you off. She did. But I used this as the stamp. It was some of that styrofoam that the sewing machine came packed in. And I started breaking it up, and it really makes a great stamp. It really is kind of a cool, because I have a lot of, actually, I finally broke it all up and went out in the garbage. But look, you can just kind of glue it up and just kind of roll it like so. And you get this really cool. I think this would be really good on a jelly plate, right? So I'm really enjoying that. Yeah, she cried on my good shoulder. That's why we have two, right? One to spare, one to share with her friend. I love this picture. I love this. I mean, this obviously these glasses were superimposed, but and this woman is all set for the Halloween. She's full of Halloween joy. And another faux cabinet card. I have some real cabinet cards of my own relatives, of great grandparents. They're really cool. And there's this lady. And these windows came out of that house that I made that had all those funny little characters that I had glued onto little pieces of dominoes, little plastic dominoes. And I don't use the glazing embossing powder on these. This is just cut out of corrugated. So I took that out and just tore that whole thing apart and just used bits and pieces of it. And there's the eyes. Turn those into a pocket. There's the spider. And here's some mason jars that are filled with goodies. This is a Timmy skeleton from a Timmy Halloween ephemera pack. And this is just a steampunky thing with those the new grommets from We Are Memories. And this is a little envelope that Becky sent me some goodies a while ago. So I figured I'd stick that in here. And I filled it with some little Halloween-y stuff. And I stuck that on here. Let's see. Once you get into these things, they're really addicting. And this is a stamp that I carved out of one of those red erasers. What are we talking about? If you have let me know exactly. Not fiddly flow. It's just paste in a pot. Easy. You're in a pot. What are you doing with pot? You're pasting in a pot. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, geez. Oh my God, Dar. Yeah. I need to drag out the laminator. That's a laminator doesn't cut stuff, does it? Safia, or doesn't a laminator just add the plastic sheet on stuff? Because I'm not getting the whole conversation, so I shouldn't jump in because I really don't know what you're. Because I bought the. Oh, it's just called transfer gel. Okay. Hi, Kimberly. Lovely to see you. So that's there. Again, here's the new grommets from We Are Memories that I got through Maddie, Spectrum Arts Creations. In one of my envelopes, and more stamps and more stuff. Here's another where I did the double. I have two of them, one, and then elevated the second one to kind of give it a little dimension. So I like that one. So I put instead of a butterfly in this skeleton's eye, I cut out the spider and stuck him. There once was a spider. This is a horrible story. It's a gross story. It's a true story. And to this day, I can't get the image if I think about it. It's like it happened yesterday. I was in the shower, and you know how you have the shower glass? It's kind of that mottled stuff that no one can see in. I was taking a shower one night, and I looked on the window, and there was a lizard, one of the many lizards. And attached to the lizard was a gigantic spider that was eating out its eye, and there was nothing the little lizard could do, and there was nothing I can do for the lizard. I was pounding on the glass, but that glass is really thick. Oh God, it was like a big lizard, but the spider was at its eye. Oh, gross. Sorry. There's my Halloween story. It was awful. Here's another little piece from that house. I don't know if anybody remembers. There's a video out there of that little house. But I had fun tearing it apart and just using the bits and pieces. I thought that came out cute. Cute. And here's another. And these are pieces of stuff that I got from Aunt Bex. This here and there. So I made that into a tag. And this is a pocket. If I can get Poe out. There he is. And this is a piece of packaging, the plastic packaging. Stick him in there like so. Come on, Edgar. Get in there, buddy. Get in there. You can do it. Okay, there you go. Some music paper. You got to have music paper. This is another Timmy fold out. Timmy. Bo Bimmy, Fee, Fi, Timmy, some more Timmy stuff, the little magnet, another pocket, that's Timmy ephemera, pull this down. But when you get started making these things, you just keep on adding stuff, a little piece here, a little piece there. Didn't do anything on the other side of that. Let's see. Just some stamps here. That's one of the masquerade ladies, and I just cut her out, so she's kind of contoured. And these leaves, die cut leaves, came from Becky's little Happy Meal thing. That's the skeleton. It's a sticker. Some more Timmy stuff. Oh, look. Wheel of Fortunes. It's a game. Huh. There you go. And here's some musical anecdote, some Halloween music, I guess. It's a Timmy thing. And Timmy, Timmy, Timmy. This is Graphic Fairies, The Raven. I sewed those on with my sewing machine. That goes there. And I just thought this was cute. This is I cut that out of the Olive and Cocoa catalog. And then the Raven, that's off a pillow. Those pockets, these pockets here are really tight. And then another Timmy, and I covered up the magnets with a little piece of paper here, but there's magnets underneath here. You can hear it. And the end. Hi, Mary Lou. So that's the Gothic Halloween Masquerade Journal for 2023. Oh, she's okay, isn't she? Oh, I'm sorry. I traumatized her. She was a little traumatized from Anne's shower story. It was. I was traumatized too. I felt so bad. There was nothing I could do. You know? And the lizard was, God, huge compared to the little spider. I had a lizard that was coming, not that lizard, obviously, but about a month ago, I think there was a lizard that would show up every night on that window. And, I'd go into the bathroom, turn the light on. And when I turned the light on, it would attract the bugs. So there was this one lizard that would come by every night and just have a feast because the bugs would be attracted by the light. And that particular lizard was pregnant because I could actually see the eggs in her not in her belly, but in the cavity of her body. Like you could see there was two good sized eggs inside of her. And then she stopped coming around. So I'm assuming that she laid her eggs, and I don't know. I'm assuming it, the lizards are reptiles. So I'm assuming they lay their eggs and they walk away like turtles. But I don't think there's any nurturing going on. I keep on meaning to look that up, but I never have bothered. So yeah, I was going to stick these in somewhere, but honestly, I like this. This is one I really liked that came out of Graphics Fairies. I'll find a place for that one. I keep on waiting for this elastic to snap, or I keep on waiting for the spine to let loose. Oh, I know I could. Well, I tell you what, let's take her and stick her, because I got two of her, and we'll stick her in the Walgreens bag. How about that? Right? And this butterfly. Let's do a quick Timmy Tiny attacher. How's that? The Timmy Tiny attacher. Where do we need a butterfly? Oh, butterfly. Let's stick how about here? How about a butterfly right here with the Timmy Tiny attacher? And stick that there. And I don't think I need to stick these anywhere. I'll save these for some other occasion. They were on sticker paper. I just ordered a new pack of sticker paper. I'm all set. I ordered a big pack of black cardstock. And I bought a ream of cream-colored paper. There was a crafter that was printing out a lot of these images on cream-colored paper. And I thought, gee, what a great idea, because the cream-colored paper gets rid of the, that stark whiteness, for you. And it's like one step, you're one step ahead of the game. that's that. And again, I had fun doing that. And what I wanted to do for the rest of the couple of, time I have, Becky's going to be on at 1, um, adding, I think, the last page in the fall journal, which I never got around to do. It's not, but she's got a playlist because she's so organized, so I can always go back. But what I want to do is I want to work on the journal that she's working on that's out of the Wonderless, the Creative Wonderless book that she just bought by Kasha Avery. Now, I have the Wonderlust program or lessons. I bought 22, 23, and 24. I haven't done many of them. Safi and I both were turned off by the chalk pastels right at the get-go of this year's. But she makes a journal, and so Becky made a journal out of scrap paper, so I'm going to throw my journal together. And I had already made one, and this is just layers and layers of text from books that I have gutted, coffee stained, and stitched, as you can see. It's stitched all over the place. And it's going to have the elastic band as the way so you can easily get it in and out. So this will be my journal for that. Come on. What are you doing here? Things not working. Okay. So I have some papers. This is really good watercolor paper. It's a 22 by 30-inch sheet of watercolor paper. What? You went from lizard eggs to, oh my God, Safia, Dar. 8-year-old, 11-pound, biggest baby. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, I wanted a home birth in the worst way too. Nobody wanted to do it. I found a doctor that did home deliveries for the Amish. What kind of cream do you need? Coffee cream? Cream colored paper. So this is going to be the journal that I'm going to use. And then I made a little booklet a while ago. Your daughter was at home. Yeah, they don't want to do that for liability purposes. But so this is going to, I did a much better job stitching this together. So I'm going to slip that in here. And I have some other papers that I'm going to add. And this is just sketch paper, but it was a huge, big pad of sketch paper. Look at the size of that. This should make, I'm going to cut that half in half this way. And then let's see, I can do that. And then what Becky did, we had all planned for him too, but the breach was enough for him to say no at the last. Oh, wow. Whew. Wow. That's huge. This is going to be a smaller page, but that's okay. I don't care. I'll just cut it here. You know who had big babies? Eleanor. I know this is random. We're talking about the size of babies. Eleanor Roosevelt, FDR's wife, had huge babies. They were all in the 11, 12 pound range. And she had a whole bunch of them. She was an incredible woman. Homely. Oh my God, the poor woman was not attractive at all. Let's see. I had took a shower after 30 minutes. Yep. Wow. I didn't know that, Nettie. That's cool. Hi, Laura. I was afraid you wouldn't come back now that you knew what Hub Day was, but I'm so glad you're here. Oh, we're talking about, again, the conversation is literally all over the place. I couldn't even begin to, from discussing Did you see what I just did? Jeez. 8 pounds. I think 8 pounds is the solving the world's problems. Yeah. Talking about lizards with eggs in them and humans with babies in them, home births, breech births, cesarean births, spiders attacking poor little lizards. Yes, it's been all over the place. Madam was 9.5, Nettie. Oh, wow. Now I got to pay attention to what the hell I'm doing here. I just want to cut this here. My babies were, let's see, David was 8.5 and Richard was about 7.5. Totally uneventful, which is the way you want it. I mean, long labor with the first one, but I think that's pretty normal. My mother, who's a tiny person, I guess I was 5 pounds, 14 ounces. Probably today I would have been put in an incubator. And I was breech. And I think that's why I do everything upside down and backwards. Hi, Barbara Clark. I blame it on my breech birth. My mother was in labor, I guess, for 36 hours. And I guess the Navy medic, the shift had changed it. And the Navy medic came back in and he said, Lord, woman, you're still here. I was born on a naval base in Newport, Rhode Island. And they got change back from a $10 bill. I was 54 hour in labor. Oh, wow. Isn't that amazing? That long and the littlest? Holy mackerel. Things, that's crazy. Lily was, yes. Yeah, little babies can grow up to be big adults. No, she didn't have a C-section. Nope. No. They just waited me out, I guess. See, what did I do that this came out this way and this came out this way? I have no idea. Obviously, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, they got change back from a $10 bill. I think I cost $7.50 at the naval base. What a bargain, right? What a bargain, huh? Well, it started out, I think, when I was commenting on a lizard that had eggs, and we're talking about, let me just stick this in here. I'm making this journal. Oh, she's a little bit, but she's feisty. I'll have to trim that. I'm making the journal that Becky, we're going to use to do the Avery, Kasha Avery's Creative Wonderlust, where you just do a mishmash of stuff and we're going to add some color and it's just your book, and it's just basically, it's going to be an art journal, a true art journal where you just kind of experiment and do your thing. At least that's my impression. We're talking about, I actually went out, and we talked about this the other day, I think, with Aunt Bex. I went out and bought the book, the journal that she was going to use, that Katya was going to use. And it was a pretty expensive book, but I figured I'd get the book and do it up. And this is something that Safi and I were discussing. And then she decided to do loose pages. And we were kind of like, what? So I think we were thrown off a little bit. But you know what I did, though? I didn't want to buy the book, even though it looks gorgeous, because I have the course and I can have access to that. That goes in there. I got the I downloaded the Kindle book. Huge difference. They were awful. Oh wow! You'd think that in a maternity ward they would be. I mean, you would think that the attitude would be a little bit nicer, kind of. I downloaded the Kindle version of this book, and I was a little. Hi, Aunt Bex. I'm putting together the Katya Avery journal to work in. I was telling everybody I bought the Kindle. Hi, Pam. I bought the Kindle version of the book, and I was a little apprehensive as to what that would look like. But on my iPad, you don't even have to have a Kindle anymore. You just download the Kindle app, which is free, and then you can buy the books, the Kindle, if there's a Kindle edition. And the illustrations are beautiful, beautiful color, and it looks great. So I was reading through that. And the Kindle version was, I think, $11. But I know what type of material you're talking about for that book, because the treasure book, the one that, that's the same type of material. And it's a really luscious material. Now, since Becky is here, how many pages did the hospital stays leaves a big impression. I definitely felt that herding cattle having a baby. Yeah. I don't think they keep you more than 24 hours now. I think they kick you right out. Unless you've had a C-section. I was really surprised. Now I have a Kindle, but I have like one of the very first Kindles. Bye, Andrea. Thanks for stopping by. But I downloaded it onto my iPad, and I had the Kindle app on here, but I'll show you because it's pretty impressive. Let's see, books, Kindle. So here's the book. It's going to be but you can see the images are fine. They're crisp. And so that's what the book looks like on Kindle. And of course you can adjust so I was very pleased. Yeah. I think people would have babies and go right back out into the rice fields, or, they didn't. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. You have 2 signatures of 7 folded sheets each. 7. Like this would be 1 sheet. That's 1, 2. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All righty. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm going to throw some tracing paper in. And I have some old magazines I think I'm going to throw in. And I love the idea of, oh, Mariah, I saw PM Artist Studio. And then I don't know, for some reason, I thought you were Stitch and Pam. I guess the PM and Pam. Hi. So nice to see you. I like Becky's idea of taking like the thinner papers and putting clear gesso on them, and that gives them some good tooth and gives them some strength. So I just have some good old tracing paper. Just throw a couple of sheets of that in there, and I will clear gesso this. And I will use white gesso, clear gesso, and I really like the idea of using some black gesso. I think that's a really cool idea. If you want to do a little black and white stuff. Yeah. So I'll throw some tracing paper in. And look what I found in my stash. Ledger paper. I bought this from, oh, look at that. Huh. Isn't that gorgeous? I don't even know who I bought it from. But it's the real deal. So I'll stick a couple of sheets of that in here. All right, maybe 2. Oh, look, and the what do you call it? The thread is all disintegrated. I mean, that's sitting back there for at least, I would say I've probably owned this for at least 3 years. Why not use it? Damn it, I gotta use this stuff. We're all so bad at that. Well, I shouldn't say all. Me, I'm so bad at using my stash. I think for part of it, I forget. And then somehow it becomes, yeah. That's a good, yes, beautiful natural patina. That's exactly what it's got. Patina. Not fake coffee patina. Let's see. Oh dear. Well, that's okay. Whoopsies. Oh, look at that. That's definitely going to need gesso. I started to tell you, I cut myself really like right across the top here. I was trying to carve this piece of glue off this, and I was holding it like this with an X-Acto blade, and I went right across, and I actually cut through the nail, and I thought I had got it to stop bleeding, and then it started bleeding again just before the stream started. So I got it done, and I got it stopped. I got to be careful. I don't want to bleed all over the bridge cards. That would be not too good. So I don't know what's going to happen in bridge today. You know, she talked about needing volunteers to play on Wednesdays, on Mondays and Fridays, that she would email me. But she never emailed me. So I'm not surprised. We are learning how to bid in the major suits. Woo-hoo! Hearts and spades, diamonds and clubs. I'm excited. We've been kind of doing no trump, which I hate. Terrifies me. Oh my God. Angie would have, Angie would have, look at her. Well, she wouldn't have been watching. She would have closed her eyes. She would have not hung around to witness that. I know Angie. We all know Angie. She would have not enjoyed that at all. Well, I didn't either. But just, pressure. Put a lot of pressure on it, and it's just a piece that it's there. A lot of pressure. Let's stick this in here. Hi, Janet. I'm sorry you've been under the weather. I didn't realize that. I take a little of this off. How are we doing on time? Yeah, we're doing fine on time. Now, Becky has gessoed all of her pages, and she's added some bits and pieces of color. And I know that Kasia uses the color wheel, and I have the color wheel, you know, the classic color wheel. And I know Becky put down some postage stamps, which I've got too. I think this is going to be a disaster waiting to happen. What do you think? I think so. Probably not a good idea. But that's not going to stop me. I did say hi to you, Barbara, didn't I? If I didn't, I mentally did. Oh, I thought I was bleeding. No, I thought I had bled through because I'm putting on. I have a set of these. Oh, I did. And there's, I could swear to God that there's 3 of them. But I only can find 2. But I think it came with a set of 3. But look at that. Can you see the tear on that? That's serious in this one. But I use this one most of the time. And then I have a metal one that a guy made. Yes, we have some old timers. You got that right. I have one that I bought on Etsy from a guy that pretty clever. He just buys a regular metal ruler and he cuts it himself. Now this is sharp. This is like a chainsaw. It's almost too sharp. But this is nice because it's got the cork backing. And the cork backing is nice so it doesn't slide all around. So I've got that one. And on the other side of my table, the table's got metal legs. And I have magnets attached to the side of the table. I mean, big magnets like this. So these just stick on the side. Yeah, it's sharp, right? Very sharp. So they just hang over here. Yeah, that's a very sharp one. You got to be super careful with that. And I think I'm going to have to, rip some of this. Rip it. Oh my God, yes. Rip it, rip it. Oh, but that'll be cool. Look. Just to have that come into, I'll come into there, right there. No, we're doing good. We're doing good. And I have an old Look magazine that I thought I would tear out some pages and then clear gesso those. And I think those would be fun to have. Whoops, not that side. So let's do this. You see what I'm doing here? I'm staying in frame pretty good. I'm usually pretty bad about that. Well, it cooled down a little bit today. I know a lot of you folks are having some super cold weather. It's a delightful 71. Oh, look at this. Isn't that great for scraps? And it's numbered. That's going to be cool to use. She doesn't know where it is, so you're safe. Okay. Yeah, this will be cool. And the nice thing about using that, you were cold too? Well, that's supposed to be, it's 50 there. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's supposed to be a massive, if you watch Ryan, Ryan, if you look at the weather maps, it's this massive front that covers almost all of the United States. And you know where it ends? It ends like halfway through down to Florida. And I'm like in the, like halfway in Florida. I'm at the halfway point in Florida. So it just barely is touching us. And then when you get down to Miami, it hasn't affected the Miami area at all. So we got to, we're not getting the full flavor of it. So how about using some of these pages? I know everyone's going to go, oh no, it's vintage. But you know what? What am I going to do with it? I mean, why not use it? Right? Oh, thanks, Janet. Have you heard the news? They're ending the rooms. Yeah. Has anybody found out any more about that as to why? I keep on meaning to Google that as to why they're doing that. This is a World War II magazine. This is 1942. And I like the ads, the cigarette ads. Are you ready for the cigarette ads? Now there's an ad. Look at that. It's Chesterfield on the nation's front. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, they're doing away with them. November 16th. Hi, Jean. Yeah. No more. And they've told everybody to get your junk off there because it's all gone as of November 16th. Adios. This is far milder, cooler smoking, and lots better tasting. And it says, whatever you are doing for Uncle Sam, Chesterfields will help to make your job more pleasant. They never fail to satisfy. But isn't that amazing? Look at that. The cigarette ads in here are just amazing. And these ads were I think a little risque when you think about the time. Look at this, the boobies here. And this is the talcum like kiss. No other scent so romantic. Excuse me. Hi, Mrs. Gigi. It's a little risque, huh? Oh, look at the movies. Tarzan's New Adventure, The Magnificent Ambersons. This Is Our Life. Tortilla Flat, Moontide. Mrs. Minerva, I know that one. Flying Tigers. Remember Pearl? Comedy, The Magnificent Dope. The Wife Takes a Flyer. Take a Letter, Darling. Mazzy Gets Her Man. Ann Southern. Oh, this is fun. Yankee Doodle musicals. I Married an Angel. Huh. Interesting stuff. There you go. Look at the lips on this. You see this? Isn't that great? Avoid lipstick parching. Subdeb. It's almost, I know, it's almost hard. Yeah. And that's right. There really was no notice. All of a sudden, it was just like, oh, by the way, did we tell you? We forgot to tell you that we're ending the rooms. It's like a Zoom call. But you're not, I guess you are a little. I don't know. They were very easy. To use, very easy to set up. And I think I was talking about this. Oh, look, there's a wee baby. I was talking about these. There is a workaround that Safia emailed me about. And boy, I don't know whether I want to. Yeah, you know what I am. I mean, what the hell? I don't know that there's nothing. No, they're not. As far as we can tell, they're not saying do this. But Safia did find a workaround. And I don't know how I'm going to work that for my, even though my Facebook group is private. And the only thing I could do is when the day comes, open the room. Yeah, that'll work. That'll be a page. We'll throw a couple of these in. I'll put clear gesso over them. I don't know. And then we'll see how it goes. I would go to my group, right? And then in the group where it says say something or post something, what I could do is if you go to message video, you can start a video through Messenger. And then I think it generates a link. And then I think I could post the link, but that's something we're going to have to kind of do a dry run on to see how that. Well, we're thinking, Barbara, that it's either was not successful at all, and they figured it just wasn't worth the bother, right? Or it was so successful that they figured, well, why not charge for it? So we're, look at this Pepsi-Cola ad. Can you see this? He's doing the bubble dance. Pepsi-Cola. And then he's got the bubble in his belly, I guess. Oh, look at these. Photo quiz. Oh, these are fun. So we don't know. And I don't really. I guess if you went on a website like Quora, Quora, or Reddit, maybe there'd be some chatter about it because those are the channels where the techie people hang out. But Becky was telling me that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore has numerous rooms that are open all the time for somebody that wants to do quilting and doesn't want to, is lonely. They can just pop into one of her quilting rooms and hang out and quilt or sew or whatever. And Becky said she's got a whole bunch of them. And she didn't say anything on Friday, but here we have, whenever you need a laxative, take Gentle Speedy Sal Hepatica. Never heard of it. But here she is. The bride-to-be has got a little bit of a bowel problem. Yes. Miss Hetty's fingers are all thumbs. The bride is a bundle of nerves. And the bride's mother has hysterics. Deliver me from weddings, distracted Miss Hetty thinks. Miss Colette needs a laxative. She too must fit a wedding gown for a noon bride, but never put off till tonight. The laxative you need this morning. Oh my God, it's a whole freaking story about a laxative. It could be a zine. Oh my God, wouldn't that be funny? A zine about laxatives? Never heard of that brand. Bride brings grief to Miss Hetty. Miss Hetty to the rescue with a laxative. All right. Look at Gary Cooper, Sergeant York. That's a great flick. Great flick. There he is, Gary Cooper. Look at this. Look at this ad. And then I got to go. Look at this ad. In 2 shakes of a swan's tail, loads and loads of baby gentle suds. Swans pure as imported Castiles. I don't know what that means. Baby gentle and savin', baby gentle and quick, baby gentle swarmful. And look, you got this look at this new guy with a bare ass diving into a bathtub. Look at that. It's pretty risque for 1942. All right. All righty. I'm going to have to say goodbye. I never associated laxatives with weddings. No, I didn't either. So I thought that was interesting. That's what why not charge for it? They don't push advertising through it to the room. So there's so much time people are in a room and not seeing. That's true. No ads. So maybe you'll have to, maybe you can pay to have ad free. I can just see we're in the room, right? And, we're working away. Becky's at the sewing machine and Deb Farrell is helping me out. And all of a sudden it's interrupted by an ad. UK Standard Comment about daytime. Katie who has yogurt and it's all joyous because she's been to the loo as a consequence. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, yeah. Ads are, yeah, there's something. That's another whole, let's face it, another whole culture. Well, I'm going to say so long. Becky's coming on right this minute. I'm assuming as I speak, I went over by 1 minute, and I'll see you all tomorrow, hopefully, maybe. And Beck, if you're still here, if you'll open the room for me tomorrow, that would be awesome. Bye.